Salted sturgeon roe, better known as caviar, has long been seen as the ultimate symbol of luxury cuisine. Each tiny, glossy pearl gently bursts on the tongue, releasing a refined, buttery flavor, perfectly balanced salinity, and a lingering aftertaste that is hard to forget. Just 1 ounce of caviar can cost as much as a fine dining meal for two, and for some of the rarest varieties, such as beluga almas, prices can reach $5,000 per kilogram. But what turns such a small delicacy into a symbol of wealth, power, and status for centuries? Let's uncover the secrets behind one of the world's most luxurious foods. Caviar is made from the roe of female sturgeon, one of the oldest fish species still living on Earth. Sturgeon can live anywhere from 50 to over 100 years. What makes caviar so expensive isn't its appearance, but the time it takes. A sturgeon must be raised for 14 to 20 years before it produces roe for the first time. Even then, sturgeon do not spawn every year, only once every 2 to 4 years. Throughout this long period, farmers must continuously invest in feed, water quality, and specialized care, capital that is essentially locked away for decades. Today, to protect wild sturgeon while meeting global demand, sturgeon farms have become the primary source of caviar. Worldwide farm caviar production is only about 28 tons per year, while the global caviar market reached approximately $417 million in 2023. A clear sign that scarcity remains the core factor behind the value of this luxury delicacy. In the United States, Marshallburg Farm is one of the largest and most advanced caviar producers. When you step into the facility, you'll see massive indoor water tanks where young sturgeon are bred and raised in an almost perfectly controlled environment. The farm's water comes from natural underground aquifers, clean and highly stable. The entire operation runs on a closed-loop recirculating aquaculture system, RAS, where water is continuously filtered and reused. Sensors monitor pH levels, ammonia, nitrite, and temperature 24/7, helping maintain optimal living conditions and significantly improving fish survival rates. The filtration system uses specialized plastic biowheels that increase surface area for beneficial bacteria to break down waste, a small detail that plays a critical role in water quality. Thanks to this system, Marshallburg Farm can produce up to 2 million sturgeon juveniles each year. A fully mature female sturgeon can carry between 300,000 and 800,000 eggs, and under tightly controlled conditions, the hatch rate reaches about 65%, a crucial foundation for the entire journey of producing premium quality caviar. From the moment they hatch, young sturgeon are fed high-protein pellet diets, with nutrition carefully calculated for each stage of growth. After roughly 10 years, when the fish grow beyond 3 feet in length, the reproductive process truly begins. At this stage, technicians use abdominal ultrasound to assess the development and quality of the roe. Fish that do not meet the standard are returned to the ponds to continue growing. When the sturgeon are ready, the harvesting process begins. Each day, about 40 sturgeon are processed, with an average weight of around 120 kilograms per fish. The fish are captured and transported with extreme care to minimize stress and ensure animal welfare. Before processing, each sturgeon is thoroughly washed with high-pressure water to remove all surface impurities. Technicians then perform a precise incision with one goal in mind: to extract the roe sacs intact without breaking or damaging the delicate eggs inside. The entire process strictly follows industry food safety standards, including HACCP protocols and USDA regulations. Time is critical from the moment the fish is removed from the water to the moment the roe sacs are extracted. The entire process must be completed in under 20 minutes. Every movement requires intense focus because even a small mistake can directly affect the final quality of the caviar. Once removed from the fish, the roe sacs are immediately taken to the separation and grading stage, where the true quality of the caviar begins to take shape. The eggs are gently separated by hand through fine metal screens, using slow and steady movements to loosen each individual egg without breaking its natural structure. This step requires absolute patience, as even slight excess pressure can ruin an entire batch. The highest grade eggs are classified as superior, large, light in color, firm, and highly uniform. Meanwhile, classic caviar features slightly softer eggs and darker tones, while still preserving the signature flavor of true caviar. In reality, only about 20 to 30% of total production qualifies as superior grade. Before salting, the roe must go through an extremely strict washing process. In total, the eggs are washed multiple times. Throughout this stage, the water temperature is carefully maintained between 0 and 4 degrees Celsius. Repeated washing at low temperatures not only ensures cleanliness, but also prevents thermal shock, something that could cause the eggs to burst or lose their natural firmness. After washing, the roe is tasted directly to evaluate flavor, freshness, and how well it will absorb salt. Any defective eggs are manually removed with tweezers to ensure the highest possible uniformity. The salting stage, known as Malossol, is the final and decisive step that defines the flavor of caviar. Premium caviar uses Malossol salt, meaning lightly salted, at a precise ratio of about 3.5% of the roe's weight. The entire mixing process is done by hand, allowing the artisan to feel the firmness and reaction of each egg as it comes into contact with the salt. Unlike industrial caviar, premium caviar contains no chemical preservatives. As a result, when stored under proper refrigeration and kept unopened, its shelf life typically ranges from 2 to 6 months. After the entire production process is complete, the caviar moves on to packaging and storage. Packaging takes place in a tightly controlled environment, where every step must be executed with absolute precision. The roe is gently placed into premium metal tins. After which the lids are firmly sealed to remove the air inside. Once filled, the tins go through a rapid sterilization process lasting about 30 seconds, long enough to ensure microbiological safety while preserving the caviar's delicate flavor. The tins are then returned to the packing table for final finishing. Each tin is sealed with a rubber band to maintain a vacuum environment, then labeled with full details including the caviar type, production date, and expiration date. The tin design has remained nearly unchanged for years, reflecting the minimalist philosophy and consistency of a true luxury product. Thank you for following the journey behind caviar from the farm to the fine dining table. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss more fascinating stories from the world of food. See you in the next video.